So Republican lawmakers are now getting upset at President Biden for signing a new executive order that would actually allocate billions of dollars towards a new stimulus relief program for the people. President Biden is now criticizing Senate Democrat Manchin for not making the Build Back Better bill his top priority. Republican lawmakers are now getting upset at President Biden for signing executive orders that would allocate billions of dollars towards a new stimulus relief program, all for the people though. And President Biden has now accused Manchin of West Virginia for his backpedaling his support on his economic agenda during a critical meeting. The high-stakes meeting came as the pair negotiated on Biden's $2 trillion Build Back Better spending plan. President Biden has criticized Joe Manchin for backtracking from an earlier pledge he made to support the massive spending package. Senate Democrats intend to try once more to win over Manchin on a smaller spending bill focused on cutting prescription costs, reducing a deficit, and stepping up taxes on the wealthiest Americans. Manchin has floated a new deadline to pass the bill. Biden has told reporters that he believes Congress can pass some big chunks of a sweeping social safety net and climate spending plan as soon as this month. The president acknowledged that passing his other legislative priority, voting reform, will be difficult. Still, he insisted that Democrats have options to get it passed. During a news conference, Biden said it's going to be difficult. I make no bones about that, and it's going to be difficult, but we're not there yet. What are your thoughts on the current status of the Build Back Better? And I think President Biden can actually get his job done and send out more stimulus checks this year. It's definitely possible. During an interview with Mitch McConnell said, I think this country ought to remind the people that we all pay our debts. McConnell was likely referring to last week President Biden extended the pause on student loan payments with waived interest through August 31st. It's the fourth time he's extended while in office and first implemented by the former president as a form crisis of relief. The pause was intended to give federal borrowers financial breathing room as they dealt with the crisis, while Biden answered the calls of many Democratic lawmakers who were pushing for another extension. Republicans argued that with inflation on the rise, continuing to pause payments would only hurt taxpayers and the economy, criticizing broad relief measures. For instance, Republican lawmakers have been urging Biden against not only another extension of the pause, but broad student loan forgiveness as well. A top Republican on the Education Committee called the latest extension outrageous, and she was worried it would set the stage for a blanket of student loan forgiveness. An Arkansas senator also wrote on Twitter that Biden's perpetual student loan payment moratorium is an insult to every American who responsibly paid debts. Republicans have cited the $150 billion cost of taxpayers in the form of lost federal revenue with the previous student loan pauses, and some of them have also said that further relief should still not be tied to the crisis, going so far as to introduce legislation that would block the education secretary from using the crisis as a reason why an extension of the payment pause is warranted. But Democratic lawmakers have argued the opposite. Many of them have maintained that broad student loan relief would only stimulate the economy, and they said it's the cost the government can afford to pay. For instance, Pramila Jayapal recently told reporters that a lot of this money is the money the federal government makes, and that these federal debt collectors make on interest rates that are higher than what we actually need to be changing. What are your thoughts on this, everybody? Is President Biden doing a good job in sending out the fourth stimulus check this year? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below.
You're the best. Thank you for all the hard work delivered for HBCUs, not just this one, but all across the country. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're outstanding governor, one of the best governors in the entire United States of America. I say that without reservation. Governor Roy Cooper. Roy has proven himself to be, not a joke, one of the finest governors in the nation. He's displayed so many talents. He's deployed funding for American Rescue Plan to deliver debt-free community college for young people in North Carolina. He's delivered high-speed internet in rural communities. He's delivered well-deserved raise for teachers and first responders. And thanks for making a difference for the families here in North Carolina, Governor. You're setting an example across the country. Thank you. And look, you can cheer. It's all right. There's a debate in my administration that we never seem to be able to settle. And that is that the vice president is incredibly talented. She's a Howard graduate. A great school. And I hear about Morehouse men from my senior advisor, Cedric Richmond, all the time. And then you've got a great university here. But Delaware State. Delaware State. They launched me into my career, not a joke. is when I got elected to the United States Senate when I was 29 years old, Chancellor. Had to wait 17 days to be eligible to be sworn in. True story. And it wouldn't have happened. And I won by a rousing 3,021 votes. And it wouldn't have happened without Delaware State. What most people don't realize is Delaware has the 8th largest black population in America. And the fact is that's, as I say in Claymont, Delaware, where I was raised, a little steel town in Delaware, you all brought me to the dance. And but here's the deal. I got a member of my cabinet who is also slightly partial in North Carolina A&T, Administrator for Environmental Protection Agency, Michael Regan. Michael. Good. Of course, you never hear Michael bragging about the place, as long as you don't have your hearing aid on. But look, he's a proud Aggie, and welcome back to the campus, Michael. And let me tell you, talking about...
So there are huge developments on the fourth stimulus package, everybody. Nancy Pelosi, in fact, has just announced that more stimulus relief money is going to be passed soon, and the fourth stimulus package has been confirmed. It will provide a new relief $400 check to all eligible people. So you want to continue watching this video to see if you are eligible for this stimulus payment, everybody. It's very important that you do so. So as I said, folks, President Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and many of the Democrats and Republicans are trying their best to get stimulus checks sent out as soon as possible. But hopefully, everybody, things can happen a lot more sooner. Because we want to see President Biden definitely do more and send out more stimulus checks. If you guys agree, tell me in the comments down below. So it's really great to hear that lawmakers are finally taking action for the residents. The proposal is that every Californian who pays their state income taxes would be given a $400 rebate. So there is some who think the decision of this rebate will be made when the legislature and Gavin Newsom agree on the entire state budget, which is typically around late June. However, everybody, many assembly members have called for this money to be sent out sooner than that. During a press conference, the state officials said, "Our goal is to be able to do this in the spring. And all the folks here are going to be pushing early. Really hard to make that happen." And everybody, the Newsom administration is expecting to have a budget surplus of around $45 billion. So there will be plenty of money available to help the citizens of California. Newsom said there is an urgent need right now with the high cost across the board, not just gas, but all of our daily living costs have increased. People need relief now. And according to state officials, the $400 tax rebate has been used as it equates to the sum that most California residents pay in state tax on gasoline per year. On average, Californian drivers fill up their tanks 52 times. So with the gas tax, that is set at 51 cents per gallon. The key part, though, is that both Democratic and Republican leadership are in lockstep on this issue, as they want to aid Californian citizens who have been negatively affected by the higher gas prices on top of all other rising costs.